Hey everyone, John Nickel here, founder of Localshare. I want to take a minute today to show you what the site's all about.
As you can see, there's quite a bit of stuff here. We've got musical instruments, computers, tools, books, DVDs, art supplies, luggage, camping equipment. This is stuff that I'm sharing with my friends, with my neighbors, and with my community. These are things that I use semi-regularly, or even less than that in some cases, maybe once or twice a year. I've done a little tally, and I think we're looking at about $14,000 worth of items here. And that's $14,000 worth of value that I'm opening up to my friends and neighbors. In other words, they don't need to go out and buy this stuff. If they need a circular saw, they can just come over and borrow it. If they want to get a tent and go camping, they're welcome to come over and borrow mine, saving a couple $100s. Going on a trip, borrow my luggage. And where it gets really interesting is that the dollar value is just the beginning of the story. Let's take a look at something else. So we were looking at about $14,000 worth of stuff, right? Well, actually there's a much bigger picture, because when products are made, companies do something called externalizing the costs. In other words, they want to make products as cheaply as they can so that we'll buy them. The problem with that is that eventually these costs start showing up in other places. Marketing companies and much of the media do their best to keep those externalized costs hidden so you won't think about them. What they want you to think is, hey, I got a great deal, and to never think any deeper than that. But in a holistic perspective, everything is important. Things like the fact that Americans throw away 99% of everything they buy within 6 months, and that in a consumer-focused society, our communities and relationships have eroded significantly. Genetically modified foods and the fact that companies create mutated seeds and animals and want to make laws that natural plants and animals are illegal. The pollution of the air and water with all kinds of toxic chemicals, all of which in the end is placing an intense burden on our children and their children. So maybe you're someone who doesn't want to invest their time, money, or energy in a system like that. So what do? Well, that's what Localshare is for. We've created a system where you can exchange value with the people in your community. You can do it with money, but there are lots of other ways to exchange value that don't require money. We've created a tool that helps you invest your energy and time into things like stronger communities with locally owned and independent businesses, healthy soil and organic and biodynamic food production, reducing our impact on the world around us that we share with the other forms of life here. In other words, sustainable values that create a better world for those who will come after us. How can you do all this? Start sharing. It's fast and easy. Share your books, movies, camping equipment, luggage, food, and things that your community might find useful. In doing so, you're exercising your power to create a different culture that is fun and sustainable. And in the end, you end up receiving so much because there are resources all around you. The bigger picture here is that you and your decisions are the power that drive the world. You create the world that you live in and that your children will live in. We know you're tired of the crusty old consumer culture, so start sharing your light today and grow your community into something truly sustainable, unique, and diverse.